Sorry to scare you. Have you ever seen a problem like this and thought, nope, too scary, not doing it, way too hard? Have you ever dreaded doing linear expressions or algebraic equations? Do the words themselves strike fear in your soul? Well, not to worry, I'm here to demonstrate the order of operations, also known as PEMDAS. Now, math is a universal language, so it makes sense that we have universal rules. Without them, people would look at this problem, interpret it differently, and come up with multiple answers, which are not correct. So PEMDAS is actually an order of the strongest operation to the weakest operation. What does that mean? Well, the weakest operation has the smallest change in value. So 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. The smallest change in value here is 6. That would be the change. Now, multiplication and division are repeated addition and subtraction. So 10 times 3 would look like 10 plus 10 plus 10. And the change in value here is 20, which is a little bit bigger than 6. However, an exponent is repeated multiplication, meaning that they have the strongest change in value. When you read an exponent, you read it the number to the power of, indicating that it is in fact the most powerful operation. In order to remember these, we do have the acronym PEMDAS. PEMDAS which looks like this, stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. Parentheses being your first step, exponents being your second, and multiplication and division are actually in the same step because they have the same strength as an operation. So you would do these in a linear fashion from left to right. Addition and subtraction are also the same strength, so they are also done from left to right. For example, let's do a problem together. I have 9 to the power of 2 plus 3 times 9 minus 5 to the power of 2 divided by 4. Our first step here is parentheses. Our parentheses is 9 minus 5. Not so bad. So then we're going to rewrite the entire equation. Keep your parentheses. Okay. Next is exponents, and we have two exponents. We have 9 to the power of 2 and 4 to the power of 2. 9 to the power of 2 looks like 9 times 9, which is 81, plus 3, and then 4 times 4 is 16. Next is multiplication and division from left to right. Our first step is multiplication. So 81 plus 48 divided by 4, and then our next step is 48 divided by 4. Which is 12. And lastly, we have addition and subtraction. We only have addition, so that would mean 81 plus 12 is 93, which is our answer. Now, if you don't have a step, as in we didn't have subtraction, but a lot of problems don't include parentheses or exponents, you just skip those letters and move on until you do have something that you can work out. After you get your answer, your next step is to check your answer. For example, if I had a word problem, I bought 12 candies from the store, and when I came home, I shared them equally with my little sister. The next day, I bought 3 times the amount of candy I had, and then I gave 5 candies to my friend. It would not make sense to have a ludicrously large number or a negative number. The most candies that this person had at a given time was 18. So anything above 18 is completely irrational, and if we got a different number, we would know that we did our problem wrong. To signify and to help us check our answer, we write down each and every single step. Okay. Without the order of operations, there might be multiple answers to a single problem. Not only would it be heavily confusing, but we would have no way of knowing who was right. The order of operations is an easy-to-follow process signified with the acronym PEMDAS. If a step is missing, you move on to the next step. You always do multiplication and division in the same step from left to right, as well as addition and subtraction. When you're finished following the steps, you have to check your answer. And now that you know this process, math is not very scary at all.